Sir, today's topic, Competition Act 2002, this feels more like economics and corporate law. But I'm trying to connect, how does this impact real estate valuation?
Very good thinking. See, Competition Act is about ensuring fair market conditions, and valuation depends heavily on market behavior. If market is distorted, valuation also becomes distorted.
So this act indirectly protects the correctness of market value?
Exactly. It ensures that price discovery happens in a competitive environment, not manipulated.
Let's start with first branch, anti-competitive agreements. What exactly does it include?
These are agreements between businesses that cause appreciable adverse effect on competition. Examples: price fixing, bid rigging, market allocation.
Price fixing means competitors deciding price together?
Yes, instead of competing, they collude.
And bid rigging?
In tenders, participants manipulate bidding process to control outcome.
That directly impacts valuation benchmarks like tender-based rates.
Correct. It creates artificial pricing, not true market value.
Now, second part, abuse of dominant position. What is dominant here?
Dominant means a player having significant control over market.
Like a major developer controlling a locality?
Exactly. If such entity imposes unfair terms, limits supply, denies market access, then it is abuse.
So prices can be artificially high or controlled?
Yes, that affects demand-supply balance, market comparables, valuation reliability.
Now, combinations. This is about mergers and acquisitions?
Yes, large mergers or acquisitions are called combinations. If they cross certain asset thresholds, turnover limits, they require approval from CCI, Competition Commission of India.
Why approval required?
Because such combinations can reduce competition significantly.
So CCI checks whether merger will create monopoly?
Exactly. It assesses adverse effect on competition.
Sir, in real estate, how does this actually play out?
Example: large developer acquiring multiple projects, big fund acquiring entire portfolio. This can reduce competition, influence pricing power.
So fewer players to higher control on prices?
Yes, that directly impacts valuation assumptions.
Now coming to valuer's soul, what should we specifically consider?
3 key areas. 1. In mergers and acquisitions, valuers must consider competition law when valuing real estate portfolios, companies involved in M&A.
Because transaction may require CCI approval?
Yes, and valuation assumptions must align with regulatory impact.
2. Market distortions. If cartelization or anti-competitive practices exist, prices may be artificially inflated. So comparable sales may not reflect true market?
Correct. Valuer must identify such distortions.
3. Future market structure. CCI decisions can affect future competition, long-term viability, asset value. So valuation is not only current, it also considers future market dynamics.
Exactly.
So practically, what should valuer do?
Valuer must identify if market is influenced by anti-competitive practices, ensure valuation reflects arm's length conditions.
Arm's length means fair transaction between independent parties?
Yes, no influence, no bias.
So final understanding, Competition Act ensures fair market, prevents manipulation, and valuers must check whether prices reflect true competition or distorted conditions.
Perfect. Always remember, valuation depends on market reality. If market is distorted, valuer must adjust and interpret carefully.
Understood. This makes valuation more analytical than mechanical.
Exactly. That is professional judgment.